Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment explains it. I told y'all I was gonna start saucing on them, getting snazzy. Yeah, this is one of them. I had a couple of these, you know what I'm saying? I done traveled, I've been some places. You know what I'm saying? You can get these at the swap meet in Chinatown or something like that. But I actually got mine abroad. So anyways, we here to do videoing on Ultimate Black Panther number 12. It seems to be a turning point in Ultimate Black Panther 6160 in general. A lot of events going on, but mainly the one I put in the title, Battling Khonshu by Moonlight, because that is literally what is going on in this book. We're going to get down into the get downs, but let's first do what we need to do so we can do what we want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, share. How come? Edutainment, baby. And we edutain on this right here. Ultimate Black Panther, number 12 by Bryan Edward Hill and Stefano Caselli. Stefano's back. I know Carlos Naito was covering for him on the art a couple times, but we back. We got Stefano Caselli, and we're excited about that. So once again, it's on. And let's get a little bit of the synopsis, because that's gonna give us some direction. All right, down there at the bottom. Let's hit that right there. Recently, King T'Challa was stabbed with an anti-vibranium dagger that left him plagued with dark dreams. His allies, Storm and Killmonger, sought out the Sorcerer Supreme for aid. But now, after months of war, Moon Knight has challenged Black Panther to a duel to end it once and for all. So Aurora and Killmonger have been gone for months. Well, I guess it does take some time to track somebody down, especially a Sorcerer Supreme. But now when we get off into the story, usual suspects. You know what I mean? T'Challa, Storm, Killmonger, Shuri, Okoye, Matron Imala, who dropped some jewels on him, Inan, not to be confused with Iman, Sorcerer Supreme, and of course, Ryan Khonshu, members of the Makers Council. And when we get into this book, we see T'Challa once more in the throes of one of his visions where he's like, yeah, I'm going to defeat Khonshu, and I'm going to defeat him nasty. You know what I mean? And he's letting, people know he ain't no god. Look at how I done ripped into him and tore his butt apart. And he wants to give in to the urge to kill him completely. And at least in these visions, he does. And literally has his people kneeling as he holds up the severed head of Khonshu. He wakes up and Matron Imala asks him what he had a vision about. And he tells her what he had a vision about. And he said he killed Khonshu and he took great joy in it. She let him know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then furthermore, on the next full moon, you getting ready to fight him in this challenge anyway. And it's going to bring peace. And you have to walk in your destiny. And he wants to know what his destiny is. Bruh, it been talking to you. Haven't it been talking to you? And that's what she said. She's telling him, you the first of your line to be able to hear it. Bruh, you hear the call of the vibranium. She doesn't call it vibranium. She thinks vibranium is a silly name for it because it's far more powerful than that. And a lot of the things he says has him confused as far as what Imala's allegiance is. And he asks her directly, what God do you serve? And she said she served him. Is she saying he a God? Or is she just saying she don't serve no God and T'Challa is who she serves? Anyway, We pull up on at the appointed time to the appointed spot. T'Challa just show up with a handful of his people. But he said, look, Moon Knight got to come with all this foolishness and pageantry and whatnot and carrying on. You know, he coming in, he got all these people, you know, made me think he coming in like Jackson State University marching band. But, you know, I'm not Shuri, Okoye takes note of the fact that T'Challa is very, very confident about this fight. You know what I'm saying? He pulls up with his avatars, you know, his people. You know, T'Challa pulls up with his queen. And he says, you know what? I ain't tripping. I got this. You know, let the land, let the vibranium, maybe, guide my actions. And in one of the few displays of affection that we see his majesty and his queen make towards one another, he actually give her a hug, and it looked like he might possibly be kissing her on the forehead. Maybe. Okay, that's enough affection, I imagine. And then Khonshu asked him, is the vibranium whispering to you? Do you think it brought you here for victory or it brought you here to your death? He don't know. But you ain't about to get him. Not like that. And he take a swing at him and another swing at him. And why does everybody, well, not everybody, but at least Okoye up front, she looking kind of concerned, you know, because they cheering Khonshu on and let's get it, let's do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. And as Khonshu is charging him, he sees some dark and malevolent looking beings standing in the background. And as Khonshu strikes, he gets his wrist snapped. Well, not his wrist, his forearm. Goodness, T'Challa went all in on him. Snapped it like balsa wood. And for the second time in this series, Khonshu gets a kick to the face and goes down. And people think it's impossible. Nah, it's not impossible. It's T'Challa, baby, putting foot to butt like he's supposed to do. He's coming into his own, even in the 6160 universe. He's figured things out, and he's starting to look like a T'Challa we all know and love so well. And here are these malevolent beings standing amongst T'Challa, telling him to kill Khonshu. And here's Khonshu saying, please, he was promised something. What was Khonshu promised? And why are these people like, go ahead and off him? And how is he feeling about offing Khonshu? He about to do it. But no, he stopped. He stopped by a golden thread. Who is that? Was Wonder Woman coming to Khonshu's rescue? Who is that? Nope, it's Inan. And what does Inan have to say to T'Challa? Well, your friends have told me a lot about you. I have no idea who this moon guy is, but he doesn't matter. What matters is you have a vibranium problem. And it might not be too late to save everything you believe in. Interesting. So according to Anon, vibranium is a problem. Why? Is it because T'Challa was, quote unquote, infected with it? Is that why it's inherently bad? He's the first one who's ever been able to hear its call. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Has T'Challa succumbed to the influence of something rather than opening his mind to accept something? Accepted versus infected. Is that what we kind of thinking about with this? Bryan Hill is weaving a very intricate story, and it's not done yet, but we are picking up a little bit because all of the pieces are starting to culminate. You know what I'm saying? They starting to come together. What are they going to come together and make? What are we going to get? What's going to be our end result? What kind of new rules are we going to have governing Wakanda? I mean, when I say rules, I'm talking about how are things going to be in the 6160 versus how they are in the 616. Is T'Challa going to gain some kind of, power buff off of being infused / infected with vibranium? And what about this traitor that was described way earlier, many issues ago? Who do we think that traitor is? Is that traitor his sister Shuri? Is that traitor his wife and queen Okoye? Is that traitor Imala of the Vodou Khan? Or is it somebody else we ain't dealt with yet? We ain't seen no spies yet. Or was it one of those people, like with the glazed, glowy eyes that Khonshu had do his will or something like that? Is that the traitor? Which I don't know. I don't know at this point because they kind of blew the traitor thing off, but it's still, in the back of a lot of people's minds. So thoughts about what you think about this book up to issue 12. Thoughts about what you think the direction Bryan Hill is taking this book. Do you think is getting, because it's its own T'Challa unraveling? I guess a new T'Challa for a new generation, or is there some other kind of diabolical plan going on for T'Challa? We don't know. But issue 13 tends to look like something that might give us a little bit of insight. T'Challa holding a chunk of vibranium and those malevolent beings standing in the background. So what do we think it's going to be, y'all? Again, drop all of these thoughts, queries in the comments. But look here, as always, that's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.